Welcome to Mark D. Maker. My name is Mark Taylor, and we are looking at some new tools. Now, the palm set, palm gouges that I have here, I have had these since November, so I have had a chance to give these a try, and these are wonderful. Now, the only thing that I've done to them, you can see the handles look a little different, is that I've sanded the handles down and have coated them with oiled linseed oil. For tools that you hold in your hand a long time, shellac, the shellac has no absorption, and your hand sweat is abrasive, and you'll get blisters. So you look at any professional paintbrush, will come without a finished handle. That's why. So if you remove the shellac, you can go all day with these and not have to worry about getting a blister. I do that to all my carving knives, except for my Helvy, because I don't carve that long with them. By the way, my thumb is on the road to recovery. If you saw my last video, this thumb was dislocated at, they call it the dorsal digit. So it was laid over in that direction. Wonk. I was using a rotary snake to clean out a kitchen, clogged kitchen sink, and just boom, that quick. That thing wrapped around my hand and dislocated my thumb. So here's my movement. You can see how that thumb bends, and that's about as far as I can get right now. So carving still, I'm trying to hold everything with these fingers. So it's, and I'm right-handed, so it's still tricky. So I'm doing other things instead of wood carving for now. So I got a bonus at work and decided to get some of these tools. Now this is it's called Deep U-Gouge by FlexCut. And these are nice. Nice feel, nice grip. I have not used them yet. They come sharp. But I love that handle shape. That feels so nice in your hand. I will most likely sand and do boiled linseed oil on these as well. And these are V-gouges. These are 90-degree V-gouges. Now there's several different types of V-gouges. Some are 60 degrees, some are 45 degrees. These being 90 degree. This will be interesting. Of course, sharp. I'm just letting it run across my fingerprint there. And matter of fact, since I've had this wrap, I had a hard cast, then a soft wrap, and now finally got it off. That my skin is super sensitive, so I can feel it very well. Nice and sharp. So I will give you my honest opinion on these tools once I start using them. And it is my intention to get into doing some miniatures on a regular basis, and that's why I'm kind of headed this route. I do have a large set of chisels, large chisels, but I prefer doing the small work. I love the detail. Talking about detail, I found this at the Home Depot. and for $10, it is a hobby tool, but the blade changing mechanism on this, it's much like a Fiskars knife. Fiskars makes really nice stuff. And you can see, you know, it's designed for a number 11 hobby blade, which I use a lot for real fine detail. All right, so I got it open, and it is pretty neat. I put the blade in already. Now it has a locking mechanism here, so you can unlock it. And even with my thumb as messed up as it is, I can take that blade out really easily. Now, this is what I really like about it. Let me try to get it in the middle there. See that? It has 4 locking grips. Now, your regular X-Acto has 2, but the problem with that is that it doesn't hold it that well. It's not that stable, and if you do a direct like stab cut, or you're carving with it for a while, it'll loosen up, and sometimes the blade will just stay in the wood. Not with this. Not when you have a setup with that grips in 4 different directions, and it gives you a better way to also set it up. Now this locks into place like that, and then that locks that lever so you can't accidentally let the blade out. And it is sturdy, and you have the option of putting that blade either way, either horizontal or vertical, depending on how you want to hold it. But I like that. Now, the Excel does the same thing, has the same feature. It has 4 that hold it, and its mechanism for tightening is down here. And I've used this for quite some time, and it also is really good. I like it. Just another option, another tool to play with. I also recently got some synthetic cork for sticking the blades in if I'm carrying them somewhere. Now you have to be careful with your bigger blades, especially the first time you do that. You want to, when you're sticking them in, put it down on something like that. Don't try to hold it, because that blade, like let's say a large Helvey, could come right through that and cut your hand. So the first time you do it, be careful. Maybe even put it in a vise and run the blade in and out a couple of times to establish a slot for it. But it is a great way to, in a pinch, if you don't have a carrying case or something to separate the blades so the blades aren't touching, is a great way to carry them. Got to be careful about using natural cork, because natural cork can contain moisture in it, and it can rust up your blades. So just be careful about that. Keep them dry too. All right, so I want to talk about a little bit about my next project. This is intarsia, or what intarsia looks like. It's when you cut out and try to use the grain of the wood, the direction of the wood, and the coloring of the wood to complete your project. And you do it on a base. So these pieces of wood are glued onto this base. And I think it's just gorgeous. This is from a beginner's workbook. Here's the author of it right here. And there's all kinds of things in this book, and I just literally took the very first project. There's the pattern for it, and it takes you step by step. Well, I bought another book, and there's enough projects in here to keep you busy for quite a while. Well, I bought another book because I'm big into birds. I like birds. And some of these are just breathtaking. The skill, the patterns are absolutely gorgeous. This is the one I will be doing, a crow. I've always liked crows. And look at that, that's just awesome. So I have my pattern already cut out. I simply Xerox the pattern, and I put it on a chipboard. Chipboard is like the backing of a legal pad. It's a very thin cardboard, as you can see. Use my craft knife, cut it out, and I use that as my pattern. This is a picture that I just will keep with me as I'm working. And you cut out your pieces like so. So I'll cut out, this is just the crow. I'll also do the branch, probably out of this piece here. I just used a glue stick and glued them down, and then I took packing tape, and that's what's so shiny here. Packing tape, and covered them with packing tape. Packing tape does a couple things. One, it holds it down, holds it in place, helps. And it's made out of petroleum product. It will actually lubricate the scroll saw blade as I'm going. It helps prevent the wood from burning. So that's a good little tip. Anytime you're doing and you start burning the wood, cover it with packing tape. Well, I'm going to keep this video short and sweet for now. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.